everyone. Okay, before I start this video, I just want to say that I feel like I just keep on getting headaches, like day after day. I had one yesterday, or at least a few yesterday, and the day before that. I don't know. But I'm okay. Fnaf has been quiet-ish. Mainly because I haven't heard anything from certain Fnaf theorists in a while. Probably because I'm not caught up with everything yet. Let's just say I saw a video about, or at least seen similar videos of people talking about how FNAF should have ended with FNAF 3, and I can't say it. Similarly, not real name, not at all, has said about it in hot takes, her hot take videos, where people were commenting that FNAF should have ended with FNAF 3. And you know what? Now thinking about it, I completely agree with it. I mean, especially with certain fan games like Pop Ghost and Five Nights at Candy's, both of them take place in FNAF 3 and that are both connected. Mainly, maybe taking place in Texas, which, funnily enough, is the state where Scott Coffin, the actual creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, actually lives in, so that's interesting. But yeah, if FNAF would have just ended at FNAF 3 and that the other games would have been their own thing, then yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense. But then again, yeah, I don't know how to say about that. I mean, you know what? Yeah, FNAF, the original FNAF trilogy should have been its own thing. And then the other games and then the other three would have been their own thing, and so on. You know. And, yeah, I agree with that. Especially since FNAF 4 to 6 is vaguely focusing on the Afton family trilogy, or at least its own trilogy. I have no idea. But, yeah, actually, wait. Actually, yeah. Even though William Afton is the cause of what happened in the FNAF universe for like the 6 whole games, or at least 5 of them, I can't remember. But what I do know is that he's basically the cause for everything, almost everything, and that he's just been involved with his own family, with the possessions, and yeah. So the original trilogy involved William Afton, or the purple guy, who had no name no name at the time, he was just killing kids because he thought it was, he enjoyed it, or maybe he thought kids were annoying, or maybe something in the past, or something else. I'm not sure, but what we do know is that the purple guy murdered children and stuffed their bodies into the animatronics, and that they were possessed, brought on by the puppet, never animatronic that was possessed by a child that he murdered. And 2 to 3 night guards take the position as in the night guard job. Jeremy Fitzgerald, Mike Schmidt, and Fritz Smith. FNAF 1, there's Mike Schmidt, and FNAF 2, there's Jeremy Fitzgerald and Fritz Smith. And in FNAF 3, there's an unknown night guard who people are suggesting that it's Hudson, when in reality, I highly doubt that. It's highly unlikely. And in FNAF 3, Fazbear's Frights burns down, and Springtrap, the purple guy, or William Afton, is presumably dead, when in reality, he survived the fire. Like I said, FNAF 4 to 6 would have been its own thing, separating the original trilogy and focusing on something else entirely, which honestly would make a lot more sense, because FNAF 1 to 3 was vaguely just environmental like lore. It wasn't actually like story based, or trying to like have a story straight up, but from the environment in the original trilogy, you can really tell that Scott was trying to tell a story from the environment. That was one of the things that I saw from one of the videos involving FNAF. Should have just sent it with FNAF 3, and that it was the environment that was telling the story, and it honestly makes a whole lot of sense. Makes a whole lot of sense, at least to me. So yeah, and come to think about it, due to the Steel Wool era, they have just been really separating the whole William Afton and Afton family thing, and just just small things. But yeah, the whole big story in the Steel Wool era of FNAF is part of its own thing entirely as well. So yeah, the original trilogy, FNAF 4 to 6, including Ultimate Custom Night. Be its own thing, and then the Steel Wool era, obviously its own thing, including Secret of the Mimic. I mean, some people are saying that Secret of the Mimic should have not been made in the first place, but thankfully it clears up certain things. And thankfully the story is right in front of you. It's not like hinted, it's not overly theorized, it's just there. Just there. And the books are thankfully not canon, which I have hated. I've hated the idea that the books are canon. No, really, I do. They're just not canon at all. Really. But anyways. So, the original Fnaf trilogy being its own thing, would I still think that two Mikes would still exist in the Fnaf universe? I mean, obviously, in real life, some people have the same first names or last name with no relation, so would two Mikes or Michaels be possible in the Fnaf universe? Obviously, yes. Yes. Like the name Mary, Jeremy, Fritz, or Gabriel, or Cassidy. Like, come on. Those names also exist in real life, and there's many people with those names, so yeah. Yeah. It's possible. It's actually possible. It is not some stupid single name phenomenon. It's an actual real thing. Some people have same first names and last names with no relation. It doesn't harm anyone in the slightest. Just shut up about it. So yeah, two Michaels would actually be possible. Or even three. I mean, Mike Schmidt would be his own separate character. Michael Afton, and then another Michael entirely. I mean, actually, yeah. Yeah, two or three Michaels would actually be possible. And if you can't tell, this is my character, Quinzel Schmidt. I've had this character for like 11 years at this point, and I would still want my character to be canon in some way to the FNAF universe, especially with Five Nights at Candy's, being the daughter of Mary Schmidt and Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt being another character named Michael Grogan. Just saying. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching this random video. I hope you enjoyed it or not. Please stay safe, stay at home, stay away from things from the outside world that make you uncomfortable. See you in the next video someday. Yeah. Bye.